Hi guys, welcome to McKola TV. I'm Adam, just back in from Carrow Road, and what an absolutely long journey that was. My legs are shattered. Feels like I played the 90 minutes myself, and within those 90 minutes Manchester United got the victory against Norwich, who were battling against relegation and look destined for the drop now. Juan Mata wrapping up the points with 20 minutes to go. It wasn't comfortable for Manchester United by any means, and it was a poor performance, to be honest. Definitely in the first half it was a poor performance. The second half we were a little bit better. We done enough to get the goal. Wayne Rooney, it looked like he had missed the opportunity to score himself, and then he did some great work to bring it back in for Juan Mata, who knocked it home and sent the away end into absolute madness. 1-0 Manchester United, 3 points, 1 point behind Manchester City, 4 points behind Arsenal, with 2 games in the league remaining. Obviously Arsenal are going to be difficult to catch because they've got that last final home game against Aston Villa, who are already relegated. But Manchester City against Arsenal on Sunday means we'll have a chance to close the gap if Man City drop points. So how do you think it's going to go? Do you think we're going to make it into that top 4? I personally don't. I think Man City will beat Arsenal tomorrow. We have to rely on Arsenal when Arsenal fans can't even rely on Arsenal. Arsenal aren't going to go to the Etihad, in my opinion, and get 3 points. Or I can't even see them drawing, to be honest. I think Man City will beat them. I know Man City weren't great against Real Madrid, but that's Real Madrid. And I think Man City will come out with a point to prove and look to get their top 4 place wrapped up. And if that happens, then United will, unfortunately, miss out, barring a miracle, and Aston Villa actually get something at the Emirates next week. But United themselves have to get the points as well, and we've got West Ham up next. And if we play anything like we did today against Norwich, then we won't be coming back with 3 points, and we'll lose the chance to get top 4 ourselves. United today weren't amazing. We had a lot of changes to the team. Martial, who was starting, got pulled out early on just before the game kicked off, which meant that Herrera came in, and Wayne Rooney went up top. He was set to start in the midfield three like he has done for the last few weeks, but then he got pushed up top, and his movement wasn't amazing. As to be expected, he hasn't played up front for a while, but when we got that goal, he was key to getting that goal. Basong bossed him for a lot of the game, and then Basong missed the header. Rooney gets in. He gets in, and you're thinking, yes, Wazza, this is your chance, bury it. And then he stumbles, pulls it back, sets up Mata. Great assist, and 1-0 to United. Overall, though, it wasn't amazing for United. Norwich had their few chances as well, and were always in the game. Always in the game. I was scared that at 0-0 at half time they'd come out and be really up for it, but they never really fought like a team that were battling against relegation, and Manchester United never really fought like a team that was going for that top 4 spot. We looked like we were just seeing the season out. We had already got our top 4 spot sealed up, and we were just seeing the season out, and it was a poor performance. Felt like a testimonial at times. Herrera, my man of the match, he was the only one passing, moving, looking to make things happen, and Juan Mata as well. Although I felt at times he gets found so many times out wide right, and this isn't his fault, by the way, because he's not a winger, but when you think he's in that position, if we had someone that could burst into the pace, use their pace, burst down the right wing, we create so many more chances, but we don't have that, and Juan Mata always has to cut in. He did well though today, and deserved his goal, and I know a lot of people will give Mata man of the match, and fair enough, he totally deserves it. But for me, Herrera, throughout the match, he was breaking things up when Norwich had the ball, and then he was trying to make things happen for us as well. So well done to both of them, but overall wasn't a great team performance. Chris Smalling did well with the aerial presence of Cameron Jerome and Mbakani. He did well with that battle. He had Rojo alongside him today, as Daley Blind and Marcus Rashford were given rest, probably ahead of West Ham. But probably with that FA Cup final in mind. They've played an awful lot of football in the last couple of months, so I think it was the best time to give them a rest. Unfortunately, we got the 3 points, so we didn't miss them that much. Memphis got a start today. Poor performance by him. I'm a big fan. That free kick towards the end of the game, I thought that went in, to be honest. Obviously, I haven't seen it on camera, so if it went miles wide, then my bad. But from where we were sitting in the away end, I thought it was in, and I was hoping it was in because he had a dreadful day. by his standards, his high standards that he set for himself at PSV and earlier in the season. But I do think we need to keep plugging away with him. He's clearly lacking confidence. Whenever he had the fullback one-on-one, he didn't really look like he wanted to beat him or anything like that, or he knew he could beat him. And we need to get his confidence back in him. He needs to have confidence put into him. And I think start him again against West Ham. I know that may be a risk, but start him because he's a good player. He's got great potential. He just needs game time, in my opinion. And I felt sorry for him a little bit today because it didn't quite go his way. But of course, he has to take some responsibility on his shoulders as well and graft for that and make sure that he puts in the performance and at least does the basics right. But yeah, 3 points, crucial 3 points given where we are at the moment, and obviously keeps our slim top 4 hopes alive. Hoping Man City and Arsenal draw tomorrow and it will open the door up for us, and if we win our 2 games we go into that top 4. But if you could rely on Villa, I'd love Arsenal to lose, Villa to beat them, and United to finish in the top 4. That is definitely not happening though, so for any reason don't comment, oh, why are you suggesting that? That isn't going to happen. But 3 points today, poor performance, we must do better. How many times have we said that this season? And our slim top 4 hopes are still alive. West Ham next on Tuesday. Looking forward to that game. Although I'm not expecting much. Yes, I know West Ham got battered by Swansea, but it's their final game at the Berlin ground. They'll be up for it. I'm just hoping the emotions of the day gets to them and United get that victory to keep our hopes going into the final day of the season, because who knows, anything can happen on that final day and Aston Villa might turn up and do us a favour. Anyway guys, make sure you get your comments in below. Let us know what you thought about the game there today. Who was your man of the match? What are you thinking about the top 4 hopes? How do you think the Man City Arsenal game is going to go? And all that stuff. I'll see you later.